Aloha kākou o Jennifer Leina'ala Sleightholm ko inoa. Nohoa ma Waikoloa. O Mauna Kea ko Mauna. Mahalo for being here and mahalo for allowing us to speak about how we feel about these proposed administrative rules. And mahalo to all of us who continue to show up in so many different ways for the Mauna. For me, the bottom line is that it's always about the Mauna in everything I do. So I sat for days thinking about what to say and began revisiting experiences I've had on the Mauna and reliving the emotions. Then as I began reading the proposed administrative rules, right at the beginning under General Provisions 20-26-1 Purpose, the purpose of these rules is to provide for the proper use, management, and protection of cultural, natural, and scientific resources of the UH management areas, to promote public safety and welfare by regulating public and commercial activity within the UH management areas, and to ensure safe and appropriate access to the UH management areas for the public, and to foster co-management with the Department of Land and Natural Resources in UH management areas. The biggest thing that stood out for me was welfare. Merriam-Webster defines welfare as the state of being or doing well, especially in relation to happiness, well-being, or success. And when I think of these proposed rules, it does not make me feel like I'm in a state of happiness or well-being. What it feels like for me is an injury. And as I was going through some of the videos and reading some of the articles, this never gets easier, so I get really nervous. But that to me does not sound like our community's well-being. And my husband and I sat with our two keiki eating dinner last night, and I was telling them about what our plans were for the next day and how I had to testify for the Mauna. And when my son asked me what it was about, I explained to him about the rules that were being proposed, and then he asked me a rhetorical question. Who does the Mauna belong to? No one. And so surprisingly, I responded to him in agreement, and I said, that's correct. Only our Akua owns the Mauna. And so then he surprised me again, and he asked, so why only now are they making these rules for us? Amazing, right? It's so simple that even keiki understand this, and sadly, the keiki understand this. My keiki were on the Mauna and held vigil from the first day. I took them out of school because I valued the experience they would have and knew that living it and witnessing it would be more educational for them than anything they would read about or see on TV. Well, we were threatened by the Department of Education, and we had to send our keiki back to school. Even then, the remarks made by their kumu, some of their teachers, reinforced the idea that standing for the Mauna was bad. I have attended many Kapolelo Hawaii Hawaiian language beginners classes from high school until current, and I always wonder why I cannot puka or move forward with my language. I understand now that it's shame, embarrassment, and the fact that when I open my mouth to speak, the words are rough and fall out of my mouth like thorn kiawe branches. My own mother tongue. The language feeling foreign in my mouth. And why do I bring this up? The keiki. I never want them to feel foreign on their aina because they are aina and of this aina. I never want them to feel uncomfortable, shame, awkward while in ceremony. Like our kupuna, who are punished for speaking our language and punished for dancing hula, these rules perpetuate the hurt and trauma from over 100 years ago. Regulating how, who, and when we can exercise our culture. It's so strange to even refer to it as exercising our culture, because for us it's just being Hawaiian, and we're punished, arrested, fined, and criminalized for being Hawaiian in Hawaii. So I have my keiki at almost every hearing, gathering, and event, so they see with their own eyes and feel with their own na'au the real history in real time. This is their reality. So when the kahea goes out and we make our way to the Mauna, will my keiki be welcome with guns, water cannons, pepper spray, as we approach with chants and prayers? What will they see with their little eyes as they stand for their Mauna? And what message are we sending them? When will it be legal to be Hawaiian in Hawaii? So I say aole to these proposed administrative rules. Kukia Mauna.
Kukiai Mauna.